A few years ago, I was talking about the firmament at the Gurdwara, and a couple people came up to me and were wanting to teach me about Sikhi and what it really is, and saying that the firmament isn't real and it's not part of Gurbani. So they gave me this translation, and I was reading through it, and then the next day I came back and was showing them. So they're using this sentient to try to tell me that the firmament isn't real. This was written in the 40s, I think, something like that. And so it was before the NASA lies of the going to space and landing on the moon and playing golf and driving cars around. So there's a few places in here, but I opened it up, and you can see right here, Tu jal tal gagana payal pur raha amrit te mite jab ke vachana. Thou art fully filling the water, dry land, the firmament, and the underworld. Such art thou, whose words are sweeter even than nectar. So what I'm saying is that Gurbani says underneath us, as in under us, is Payal or Patal, and above us is the firmament. And here it'll say Gagan, other times it'll say Akash or Asman. And people don't realize that underwater is the underworld. So if you watch some of the Hindu like movie storylines or whatever, they'll show that when they go to the underworld, they'll show them like underwater where there's bubbles, like if they're underwater. And people don't really realize that Gurbani never says anything about a globe. The new modern version tries to go along with the NASA narrative of space being real. The only space we know is the firmament, and anything above the firmament, you have to go by faith. They pretend they have satellites flying around, they pretend they have cars flying around. The firmament. This isn't just me saying that, this is me doing the research and then finding it out. I was talking about it at the Gurdwara, and they're trying to tell me that it's not real, they don't know I'm making it up, I'm just trying to lie to people. And I opened up the book that they gave me, and it's saying the firmament as well. So I don't know how they're going to be able to talk their way out of that, other than saying now me and the author of this that did the entire Guru Granth Sahib translations, that we're both wrong and everyone else is right, and you don't really have to do anything, you just pretend that NASA's correct and you win. And that's why the world is the way it is right now, and that's why all the people are infiltrating into Sikhi, because they've taught the lies to where they know if you're going along with the lie that they can lie all day to you. So here's the word Akash, is them telling you that's the firmament in this one. Here this will say Gagan, but it also say Asman for firmament too. Again, I'm talking about the firmament, what we call the dome above our head. They cross the terrible world ocean in a moment. Vaheguru has created the world like the bubble of water. So when I'm not talking about firmament, I'm talking about Brahman. Brahman is not the globe. Brahman is the cosmic egg within the heart of the Guruvard. The Gurmukh is equipoise, and his mind mounts to the 10th sky. Now the 10th sky here is saying the Akash, Dasva Akash. We'll say it over here as well. Asman, Dasme, Asman. Now, if you're going to act like NASA stuff is correct, then what's the 10th sky? The 10th sky you're going to call the 10th planet, whatever fake ball that you're going to go off of, and say that that's what it means, when this is meaning the 10th sky, 10th firmament of the Brahman. And the Brahman, again, is not a globe. It has nothing to do with NASA. And this is the only explanation for this, is saying that it's the 10th sky of the Brahman. So why would they, if it's not real, why would Gurbani always talk about the firmament, all the different skies, the glory of the skies? You're telling me skies as in these fake planets that are just stars in the sky that have no atmosphere and all that, that those are wonders of the world or whatever? No, it's all fake. And this is talking about the Brahman and the 10th sky. There's 6 below, 7 above, but then in Gurbani he says there's many Brahman. They all have their own systems. There's many Indras, many Shivas, many Brahmas, because they all are in order of their Brahman. People don't have faith in the Creator because they believe in NASA garbage, and they trust all the news and the TV brainwash box. Here it's saying the only physician is the transcendent Lord, the great Creator. O Nanak meditates on the Lord's name, Vaheguru. People think that COVID is real, and it's just there to control humanity, to get you to take shots that changes your DNA and basically will kill you now or kill you later. That's where most of the cancers come from, is people taking all these vaccines. That's why autism and all the other diseases, because they're not at ease, they're at dis-ease because they trust in modern medicine, which is just pharmakeia. The only physician is the Creator, Parbrahm, Parameswar. Vaheguru has supported the sky and locked fire in wood, the power with which has supported the moon, the sun, and the stars, and has infused the light and breath into the body. Supported the sky. So right now, if you're going to tell me NASA knows all the secrets of the sky, what holds the sky up? The firmament? We don't know, other than we could say the Creator. The power of the Creator holds up the firmament above our heads and makes it spin. But if it was just atmosphere like NASA says, what supports it? They're just going to say it's just air floating around. There's nothing physical that needs to be supported. It's just air. And for one, what would hold the air from staying in this atmosphere unless you had a container, which is the firmament? If not, then the vacuum of space would be ripping all the atmosphere out of the sky. the power which has supported the moon, because the moon and the sun and the stars are inside the firmament, within the firmament. That's what is supported by the power of the Creator. It has nothing to do with planets, ball. You can be upside down in Australia and feel that you're upright. Planes fly flat because they're called plane. A plane is a flat surface. They don't call it an air curve or an air sphere because you're on this plane of existence. And again, when I went to the Gurdwara, I was telling people about the firmament, that Gurbani doesn't talk about globe and all that. They just mistranslated it. This is saying, if man becomes subtle like an atom and courses through the firmament, continents and the worlds, it is and its regions in a twinkle of an eye, even then, O Nanak, he is emancipated not without the same. The word is Akas, firmament, and again the word Asman. So they're going to tell me that I'm wrong, that I don't know that the firmament exists, when I've done the research of NASA, knowing that they're just lying to people to get them to go along with this nonsense CGI that they get to make up and change all the time. And the continents isn't the continents that we know of, Asia, Europe, all that. It's the continents of the Brahman. And basically a continent is supposed to be basically a giant island, but they've split up stuff to make it fit the model of when it says 7 continents, they'll act like Europe is a continent and that Asia is a continent, even though they're still completely connected. I could see them saying Africa being a separate continent because it kind of is a little island, or North America, then they split it and say South America, when that technically is, you could just say America or whatever. But they try to fit it where it says the different oceans. They try to name the oceans all different, but it means the circles, there's rings around it, and each one has its own ocean. There's 7 rings, and the 4 inner rings, or the 3 inner rings, are the Karambhumi, which means you can do your Karam on Bhumandal to get closer to the center, and then in the center is where we're at. And that's where you can pray to the Creator and gain mukta, because that's what it means when you read that Karambhumi and Japji. And it'll talk about the worlds and regions, but those are just realms. And you need to do your research on what the Brahman was before NASA and the Jesuits changed the definition so that they could laugh in everyone's face and change everything and make it to where they own your faith. They don't own mine. I know the firmament exists. I've done the research. Might as well, it says it so many multiple times in Gurbani. It never says globe. It never refers to a globe. It never refers to things spinning around the heliocentric model. The heliocentric model is sun worship of the pagans and the Satanists that want to worship the sun and not worship the Creator. They even have their name Sunday because that's the day that everybody goes out and worships the sun. They don't realize that that's what that means.